Dan Illman, Mike Beer, race number 9 at Santa Anita on Saturday. Nice prep for the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies. It's the Grade 1 Chandelier Stakes, one of several major Breeders' Cup preps at Santa Anita on Saturday. Bet them all with a DRF Bets account. Sign up, get a 300% deposit match at bets.drf.com. Here's the field for the Chandelier. Juvenile Fillies going 1 1/16 for $300,000, and we're kicking off the 50-cent late pick 4 at Santa Anita on Saturday. Favorite on the outside, Mike, that's the speedy number 6 Bellafina. Both of the career wins came with blinkers. Now Simon Callahan is taking the blinkers off, and I wonder if it's a concession to Mother's speed down on the inside. You don't want to get into a duel, kind of like you did in the Del Mar debutante. You're outside Mother. Maybe she's going to sit?
Yeah, maybe they just want to see, obviously stretching out for the first time. I guess they don't want to get her hooked up on the pace in this spot, so we'll just see what happens. Maybe that's why the blinkers are off. I don't know. I didn't really give it that much thought, Dan. When I look at this race, and obviously she ran the 94 by her 2 starts back, and if she runs a 94, she's going to win this race. I'm going to kind of try and stay away from these Del Mar debutante horses in this race. I did not like that race overall. It came back very slow, and I know that she, had to race Mother through the turn, and so she did put that horse away and was clear, but I didn't like the way any of those horses were finishing in the stretch.
She is either very late to change leads or doesn't change leads at all. Maybe taking the blinkers off will help her out a little bit. She's got a really nice pedigree. She's a foal to that very gutsy multiple stakes winner Diamond King for trainer John Service. Bellafina stretching out from 7 to 1 1/16. I like the gradual stretch out, 5, 6, 7, now to the 1 1/16. In many ways, she's the horse to beat, although something tells me that 94 in the Sorrento might be a bit inflated.
Yeah, I think it might be. We'll see what happens. We'll see which way she goes in this race. I think it is worth pointing out, though, since you've mentioned her pedigree. Now, listen, I like the quality roads. At Diamond King, he doesn't really want to go that far. He's a little bit better going shorter, too.
That's a good point. Mother is very fast, and she had a really strong debut buyer with an 87, then got hooked up with Bellafina and an okay second-place finish in the Del Mar debutante. Maybe she wants distance. She's a half to Commanding Curve, who was second in the Kentucky Derby a couple of years ago. I think Mike Smith's got one job here with the blinkers on and the rail. Go.
Yeah, I think just go to the lead. He's got everybody outposted going around 2 turns here. He should just put her on the front. I really liked her debut, Dan. I thought she ran great that day. I didn't think she ran as well last time. Bellafina came for her through the turn. She was really no match for that horse. Yeah, Bellafina's just better than she is. So we'll see if the distance makes the difference. I feel like there's a chance that could happen in this race. The distance could make the difference. I just wanted her to run better last time. I did not like her last race.
Now, the beaten favorite in the Del Mar debutante is the number 4 Brill, and she was the odds-on favorite that day based on her just visually impressive performance at Del Mar in her debut. A $1 million yearling who completely stumbled at the break, went 4 wide around the turn, and still inhaled Del Mar May, who we'll get to in a moment. What happened in the debutante?
I don't know. To me, she just didn't run well at all in that race, and I don't know. Listen, they were asking a lot of her, I think, to go from 5 to 7, to go from a maiden race to a Grade 1 race, and I know that Mother was making the same move there, but she had a 6 furlong race. She just didn't run well in her last race, and I don't know if I trust her to turn it around as they stretch her out in distance in this race. She's bred to go this far. She could easily improve enough with the distance to turn it around and run a good race here, but I don't want her.
You're right about the pedigree, and Hollendorfer has good numbers with 2-year-olds stretching out, as we see from this formulator fact over the past couple of years. 2-year-olds on dirt moving from sprint to routes, 28% winners and a positive ROI. Del Mar May is still a maiden. She is also graded stakes place by virtue of her runner-up effort as the favorite to Bellafina in the Sorrento, and I realized she was wide from an outside post, but she never was really getting to Bellafina that day. Now she's going to stretch out, and these Jimmy Creeds, I'm really not sure how far they want to go.
Yeah, it's interesting because obviously this horse has some talent. Not going to be a maiden for long unless they keep running her in races like this, then you never know. But she's got talent, and maybe she can stretch out, but I'm with you. The Jimmy Creeds, I don't love stretching out. I just wish they didn't run her in this race, because I'm with you. I didn't think she ran that great last time. I would like them to take it a little slower with
But I liked her debut. I know Brill ran better after stumbling at the start, but I thought Del Mar May ran really well at 27 to 1, and in the Sorrento it was an okay performance. I want to use her because I think the price will be right, and I think stretching out, she's going to get a good trip stalking Mother sitting in behind that horse. The 3 is Vibrance, and she's bred to run all day long. She's a half to Ladaris, who was a Group 1 winner in Peru and came over here and ran in all these 1.5 mile and 5/8 races. Vibrance really took to dirt second time out, winning off by 6 lengths, and I wonder if she's just a late bloomer that is kind of a surprise package here.
Yeah, kind of horse who I feel like I could use, especially if this morning line holds up and they sort of go to the more fancied horses from the bigger connections. This horse has a win around 2 turns, going a mile already, and she was an easy winner today. I thought she got a great trip in that race, and I'm not sure that there was a ton of running going on behind her in there. You see the last quarter in 27 seconds, it makes you worry. But there are things to like about her, and she'll be a price.
But again, she's the only horse in the race with a win around 2 turns. As a matter of fact, the only horse in the race that has ever tried 2 turns. She has done it twice. Before we get to our top picks, let's throw up the Timeform US pace projector. They are anticipating a fast pace in this race. They are expecting Mother to get the lead. They're expecting Bellafina to stalk, and if they hook up early, it could set things up for one of the other 4 horses in the race, and you and I agree with our top selection. That is going to be the number 5 Derlou for Bob Baffert. This is a daughter of Kentucky Derby winner Orb. There is a lot of stamina on the bottom of this pedigree. This horse was bet like the goods in her debut, going 6.5 furlongs against an experienced field. She was one of the only maybe 2 first-time starters in that race. It was just a solid performance. Let's throw up our picks.
Yeah, I mean, I liked her win first time. And I think maybe Baffert tipped his hand a little when he debuted her at 6.5. He didn't go in one of the shorter sprints with her. She looks like a horse who just wants to go a little bit longer. She was able to rate very comfortably in there. Didn't go for the lead, and then just stayed through there. You could see her staying through the stretch. I think she wants to go longer. You know, my real position, I think she's good anyway, Dan, but my real position in this race was to be against the Del Mar debutante horses. I don't want them. I want this horse stretching out. I think this horse is pretty good.
Does it concern you that they skipped the debutante, or actually is it a good sign that they wanted to wait for the Chandelier and then really have her cranked up?
I think they wanted to stretch her out. I really do.
Derlou is 4-1 on the morning line. We agree. You're going 5-3, 6-1. I'm going 5-2, 1-6 in the Grade 1 Chandelier, kicking off the 50-cent late pick 4 at Santa Anita on Friday. Bet it with a new DRF Bets account. Sign up is easy at bets.drf.com. Deposit 50, bet with 200. Approximate post time for the Chandelier, 4:07 Pacific on a Saturday afternoon. Good luck.